Hey guys, this is the story of Don Fury Studio. Hope you like it. 1993 was a monster year for the studio, no other way to say it. The Long Island scene was expanding, and 3 bands came in to do 7 inches from Long Island. Half Man came in to do a record for Chicken Farm Records. Wreck Age Records was getting into the Long Island scene and brought Mind Over Matter and Neglect in to do 7-inch records. Both Mind Over Matter and Neglect were very important bands to the Long Island scene, and Neglect was one of the first super heavy hardcore bands coming out of that scene. Wreck Age Records also brought in Yupicide to do the CD Shinebox, an amazing LP. Punk rock and rollers The Wives came in to do a 7-inch record for Red Records. That was Tracy Hightop's band with Susan Horowitz and Mary Dunham. And Gender Punk's God Is My Co-Pilot came in and did 2 7-inches, one for Funky Mushroom, one for Dark Beloved Cloud, and also 2 CDs, one for The Making of Americans and one for Out Punk. Youth Gone Mad came in to do a 7-inch for Campari Records, and punk rockers Blank 77 came in to do a 10-inch record, really cool, for Quality of Life. Working with Renee, Mike, Chad, and Brendan was always a lot of fun, and we did a lot of records together over the years. In 1993, we did 2 records live from CBGB. Agnostic Front came over and asked me to do the Last Warning CD for Relativity at one of the matinees. And I said, cool, we'll work that out. Warzone was playing the same bill, so Rabies came by and said, hey, listen, Fury, man, do you think you could record Warzone 2 at the show? And I said, yeah, man, if AF says it's okay, I'll record you at the show. So we did. We recorded Warzone for the Live at CBGB 7-inch on Victory Records. For both of those performances, Rick Roy was the house sound engineer at CBGB. Both the records are really cool. Equal Vision had a breakout year at the studio in 1993, doing 2 Krishna Hardcore CDs. One was for Shelter, Attaining the Supreme. Porcel had joined the band again, and the band had really reached the epitome of its style. Ray was singing smooth and melodic, and the band was heavy but also groovy at the same time. So a really good record for Shelter. And then 108 came in to do a CD, and that was almost the exact opposite of Shelter. That was Victor Cara's band with Rob Fish, Tim Cohen, Mike Justin, and Kate Reddy. And they were hard and heavy, and Rob was like pounding the vocals, and the guitars were just vicious. Roy Mayorga came in with his band Thorn, and we did 4 songs that eventually came out on Lungcast. Roy did all the drumming and programming, which was a little unusual for our studio on those 4 songs. The band had an argument with Lungcast, and I don't think those songs remained in print, so it's pretty hard to find. We also did records for the Outpatients, for Free Association in New York City, for New School, for Jackson T-Bone Recordings, and we had our first band fly over from Japan, Terra Defense Force, and we did a CD for Tribal War Asia. I collected some major label credits in 1993. Quicksand came in, and we did Lion Wait, Head to Wall, and How Soon Is Now, all for Polygram Records and the Slip LP. And post-political hard rockers Warrior Soul came in and did the CD Chill Pill, their last record for the David Geffen Company. Warrior Soul was off the chain, and we had a great time. Michael Monroe came in from Hanoi Rocks and played blues harp and alto sax. Andy Haas played didgeridoo. Both these sessions are 2 of my favorites, and they were also both mastered by George Marino, one of the best mastering engineers in New York City, and my personal favorite. G.G. Allin and the Murder Junkies. Wow. When Merle Allin, Gigi's brother, called me up and asked me if I wanted to work on the next record for G.G. Allin and the Murder Junkies, Gigi was on his way out of prison, and I said, yeah, why not? I just have one condition. I had met Dino the drummer of the band, before in my rehearsal studio, and he was playing stark naked on the drums, except for cowboy boots. So my condition was, everybody's got to wear something. I mean, after all, I had kids upstairs in my house, and I lived in a very conservative neighborhood of Little Italy, with little old ladies sitting on chairs out on the sidewalk. So Merle said, that's cool, okay, everybody will wear something. For anyone who doesn't know who G.G. Allin is, he is the most devastating, controversial, confrontational frontman of all time. I had never seen G.G. Allin perform, so I wasn't really sure what I was letting myself in for. The record was called Brutality and Bloodshed for All, and the band was entirely prepared. The songs were all written, the lyrics were all written, and we did the whole project in 6 or 7 sessions. One of the things I was really wondering about was what would happen when Gigi started working on vocals. Were we going to work together? What would I say to him? He turned out to be completely pro about the whole thing. He would walk in with his lyrics, he took a cymbal stand out, went into a corner of the room, impaled his lyrics on a cymbal stand, got on the headphones, and we started to work together. So there I was asking G.G. Allin to be a little more brutal on the last chorus. Oh God, unbelievable. I don't think you can do a Murder Junkies session without a prank. And about halfway or most of the way through making the record, I had to go up and use the restroom, use the bathroom, right? So I go up there and open the door, it's tile floor toilet, and laying in front of the toilet, just all nice and neat, there's a turd about that big, just like a piece of artwork, and I'm like, oh man. And so I just shut the door for a second. I just stood there looking at it for a minute. And I'm just like, okay, they want to see what's going to happen, when I see this turd, right? So I just wondered why. What am I supposed to do? What am I going to do with this? Finally, I just said, you know what, Fury? Pick up the turd, put it in the toilet, flush it, mop the floor, wash your hands, go back down to the studio, and don't say a word. And that's exactly what I did. Nobody brought it up for the whole rest of the record. Nobody said anything. But here are a couple cool photos, courtesy of Merle Allin, taken on the day we recorded gang vocals for Brutality and Bloodshed for All. On the back row on the left, you got Merle, and then David Peel, Dino, Bill Weber poking out of the back, Kembra Fowler, G.G. Allin, and Barb Kitson, and a couple other friends in the front. And in this one, you got Gigi on the left, Barb Kitson, and then Merle on the right. Brutality and Bloodshed for All was Gigi's last record and his ultimate statement, and Gigi would be gone before the record was out. And if all that wasn't enough for 1 year, I got a call one afternoon from Porcel, and he said, hey, Fury, man, I'm going upstate to remix Break Down the Walls for Revelation Records. Do you want to go? And I was like, whatever, a van ride up to upstate and doing some mixing on an afternoon? I was like, sure. So we hopped in a van together, went up to Electric Reels, where they had worked on the record before and where Underdog had worked, and Purcell and me remixed Break Down the Walls. It was a really fun afternoon. And 1993 was a hell of a year.